What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another Call of Duty video. Today, I've got every single side Easter egg on Astra Malorum zombies. These range from Easter eggs that can help you on the main Easter egg quest to just giving you free perks, pack-a-punches, ether tools, even weapons, points, salvage, things like that. The first Easter egg I want to show you guys, I personally think there is more to it, but we haven't quite figured that out yet, so I'll just show you guys a pretty cool thing you could do on the map. Obviously, in Ashes of the Dam, midway through the Easter egg, we get a free Wonderwaff turret that we can then use to upgrade Tessy. And obviously, on Astra Malorum, Tessy is now crashed in the spawn of the map. Well, if you go over to this side of the map, directly next to Wisp T, you can throw any explosive at this asteroid, and it will cause a piece of the asteroid to float down in front of you. You can then wall jump off the asteroid into space. Gives you a pretty cool little cutscene of your character floating through space for a couple minutes. But while you are floating through space, you can't actually pick up the DG2 and then take it back to spawn and put it back on Tessy. Once you do this, you can get into the turret and shoot zombies and stuff like that. But again, we're not quite sure if you can do anything else. I feel like shooting Tessy with something or shooting something with Tessy will be for a relic down the road, but it's just a pretty cool side Easter egg. This next Easter egg is going to spawn in the twin sisters on Astra Malorum. For those of you that kept up with these side Easter eggs on Ashes of the Dam, the twin sisters are actually introduced in a side Easter egg over at the farm, but that one only spawned in the twin sisters once, so you got the Wisp T perk. This time, the twin sisters spawn in basically every single round. It's pretty cool. Basically, you want to go into the museum on a special Ravager round. And on this round, you want to interact with all of the empty museum displays in the room. If you interact with all of them and flip a couple rounds, once you go back, you will hear one of these displays making a really very strange noise. Basically, you want to interact with the one making a weird noise and then come back and do this for 2 more rounds. Interact with 3 museum exhibits on 3 different rounds that are making the strange noise. Once you have interacted with 3 exhibits and waited yet another round, these sisters are going to spawn somewhere on the map. The first time you interact with the sisters, you will get a cryo freeze ammo mod, obviously to help you with the main Easter egg quest. And from here on out, these sisters are going to spawn in random locations all around the map, each time giving you free loot, which is pretty cool. This next side Easter egg is for Bongo, the friendly ravager. Once you defeat Oscar for the first time, whether you do it with your weapons or you do it for the first step of the Easter egg quest when you're obtaining the wonder weapon, he's going to spawn in a shiny trophy. This is basically a little robot action figure. You're going to look inside of windows, inside of buildings, so none of the windows where the zombies spawn outside the map. These are only going to be spawns where there's actually a spawn inside the building. Inside these zombies' windows, there's going to be a friendly ravager. You will be able to hear him. He's literally just going to be hanging out. You can tell he's a friendly one just because he's not moving, and he also has green eyes. All you want to do is take that shiny trophy and throw it at the ravager. He's going to eat it and take it and run away. Once he runs away, you have to wait until the next round, but you'll be able to find him in a different window, and then again, obviously, give him a shiny trophy. And if you wait one more round and then do this one more time, he will take the shiny trophy, and instead of running away, he will become friendly. He will hop out of the barrier and start helping you take out all the zombies on the map. He stays around for a pretty long time, but eventually he does die. As you guys can see right here, the zombies finally took out Bongo, and I just gotta say, man, rest in peace, Bongo. This next side Easter egg is actually for a Dark Ops challenge. This is the Nikolai PTSD Easter egg. And obviously, yes, you do have to be playing as Nikolai. You also are going to need 3 Molotovs. If you take the first Molotov and throw it right here beside this ammo box, you will see some footprints spawn in and take you to the staircase. Once again, you are going to throw another Molotov on the staircase. You will then see a couple more footprints. And if you take the final Molotov and throw it right here in front of this cave, you will see the final set of footprints, and this little goat action figure is going to spawn to the left of the cave entrance. If you are playing as Nikolai and you interact with the goat action figure, this is going to start a special cutscene which leads to the Nikolai side Easter egg. In this Easter egg, you are going to navigate this cave. Eventually, there's going to be this demon boss, you're going to have to fight a ton of different ravagers. Obviously, these ravagers eventually are going to kill you. Yes, you are supposed to die in this side Easter egg. I don't want to spoil too much with the Easter egg itself because I really feel like you guys should experience this for yourself. But at the end of the Easter egg, once you complete it, it will give you a ton of loot, including a free legendary weapon. These next few Easter eggs are going to give you 4 free perks, which is always nice. If you're playing curse mode and using the perk limit relic, these Easter eggs are going to ignore the perk limit, so it's pretty cool for doing your cursed Easter egg runs. The first free perk is going to require you to find 5 different skulls around the map. The first skull can be found right here outside the Luminarium. Make sure you have a pack-a-punch gun. You shoot the skull to make its eyes glow purple. You can then interact and pick it up. The next skull is going to be inside this case, inside the museum. Again, you break the glass, shoot the skull to make its eyes glow, and then you can interact to pick it up. The next skull can be found in the Stargazer's courtyard. Basically, you can find it inside this zombie spawn. Again, shoot it, make its eyes glow purple, interact, and then pick that up. The fourth skull can be found in Machina Australis, next to one of the zombie spawns. It's inside a case. Again, shoot it, make it glow purple, and scoop it up. And the final skull can be found at the Veil Walk inside a zombie spawn. If you look to the left behind this gate, you'll see it again for the last time. Shoot it, make its eyes glow purple, and then pick that up. You can take all 5 of these skulls back to Machina Australis. There's a dresser with this mirror on the right side. If you interact with all 5 of the spots, you will place down all 5 of the different skulls, and it's going to give you an order, which you then need to write down. What I do is write them down 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I'm pretty sure it's going to give you a order of 7 numbers, so make sure to, again, write that down, because if you get this wrong, you have to wait another round to try it again. All you have to do is shoot the skulls in the order that it showed you. If you shoot them in the correct order, they're all going to merge together and drop a free perk power up. This will not only give you a random perk, but also share it with everybody in your squad. These next 3 perks are going to drop mystery perk cans instead of random perk power ups. So if you grab this, or whoever grabs this, it's only going to be one. It's not going to share it with everybody on your team. There are 3 different gramophones around the map. The first one I'm going to show you is started by grabbing this vinyl on top of this pillar in the museum. If you take that, interact with the gramophone next to the rocket for the Oscar step when you're building the wonder weapon, it's going to start playing a song, and during this song, you want to get as many melee kills as possible. If you get enough melee kills at the end of the song, the gramophone is going to spit out a ton of loot, including a mystery perk. For the second gramophone, you can find the vinyl inside this box in Machina Australis. If you take it to the book room, the Archive of Orbis, there will be a gramophone on the table. You can interact with the gramophone to start the song. During the song, you are going to have to get equipment kills. I personally think the easiest way to do this is to use the combat axe, just because you can immediately pick it back up. But during the song, make sure to get as many kills as possible with any equipment in the game. And if you get enough kills at the end of the song, it will spit out the loot, including obviously 1 mystery perk. The vinyl for the final gramophone can be found in the Luminarium on top of this bookshelf. Once you have the vinyl, you can interact with the gramophone next to the entrance that leads to Pack-a-Punch. During this song, you are going to have to get field upgrade kills. I've also learned that using Ether Shroud and field upgrades like Frenzied Guard don't actually count. Your field upgrade has to be what physically kills the zombies. I personally chose to use Dark Flare, and as you guys can see, once the song ended, we got a bunch of loot, some points, and the mystery perk. And the final side Easter egg I have for you guys is probably the most useless side Easter egg in the game, unless it leads to something later on. But basically, you can use the wonder weapon and aim in at these lampposts around the Luminarium and the spawn. If you aim at them long enough, a orb from the lamppost is going to be sucked into the weapon. It will then be floating around you. And if you aim in with the wonder weapon in melee, you can shoot these orbs at zombies or at anything in the map. The orb basically evaporates one zombie, and that's basically all it does. As of right now, that's all these side Easter eggs we have currently discovered on Astra Malorum and Black Ops 7 Zombies. If there's anything I missed, or if there's something discovered in the future, obviously feel free to let us know in the comments below. Drop a like if this video helped you and your squad out, and I'll see you guys soon for more videos, man.